Oh my freaking lord, my mind is blown away. I've been walking for miles and miles and miles here in the East End, Anjou, Ville de Montréal Est, and look, a 68 Chrysler Newport. I don't believe it. A Coupe, a fastback. And what's near it? Look at this. Here's an old Volvo tractor that I saw in Ville Saint Laurent recently. Look at this. Man, you know what's really weird to see this car? Because I had a friend from high school, right? And like over 20 years ago, this guy was like me, loved American cars. I remember the first car he bought was a 78 Malibu or 79 back in high school, eh? And then like sometime years later, something responding. Anyway, continuing my story here. So that's it. So this friend of mine from high school, years after we graduated, I graduated in '94, and so many years later, I don't know, 3-4 years later, whatever, he bought a Newport exactly like this, and it was blue. This one, I don't know what it was originally. It was either blue or silver. I'm not exactly sure. But for a second, I even thought this was the same car. And what's interesting about that car, it's like, check this out, okay? So this is the late 90s. I saw that car one time, and this was in the West Island, in the Waste Island there, in Pierrefonds DDO and all that. So anyway, so somebody steals this fucking Newport, okay? And no joke, he sold the car because the guy who stole it was a fucking nut. He literally fucking, if there's any kids watching, cover their ears. Yeah, let's see. Okay, this is not the same car because this one's got the bench seat. He had the bucket seats with the floor shifter, and he had that big chrome floor, that automatic chrome floor shifter, and so the guy fucked it basically. You know, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. So yeah, who the hell would want to keep a car after that? You know, seriously. Look at this. This is really nice. My God, was it an Italian-owned this place or what? I've never seen that ever for a garage ever. But this Newport is actually in pretty good shape. Those tires are not the right correct size. They're supposed to be 14s like everything else in the 60s. They started going to 15s in the 70s, I think probably due to government regulations. That's going to make for a nice project for somebody. But man, look at the rot out on that. Not the wheel well, but right on the rear fender, that quarter is fucked. Holy Jesus Christ. But it's funny because the rest of it, even the rocker panels, don't even look bad actually. Get another view from the other side there. I love these cars. I mean, this is minimum a 383 V8. Most of them have 383s. If it's Canadian, I don't know, maybe there's a 318, but I think they're all 383s. If you went for a 440, I mean, that was optional, you know. And interesting also, they even had a model, very, very rare, where the insert here was all fake wood. Very bizarre indeed. Yeah, Newport. Wow, that's amazing. Let's get one last view here. God, this car hasn't been on the road in probably 30 years at least. Restore, preserve, resurrect, recycle, whatever you want to call it, man. You know what? If I had money to play with, never mind that I'm visually impaired and I can't drive legally, I would fucking buy a ton of these cars and just store them somewhere if I can, so that they don't further rust away into pieces, because these cars, they rust so fucking terribly. But you know, as much as Chryslers are known to be not of the highest quality, these were some of the last great years actually, up to 68, and then after that they had the fuselage styling, which I love, but I'd be afraid to own one of those cars. They were just, had so many imperfections, you know. Mechanically they're great. Those 383 V8s, 440, 6 cylinders, the automatic transmission. Anyway, thanks for watching, and take care. And I'm going to zoom in on that fucking plane over there. Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.